Good evening. You're watching To The Point with me, Akshita Nandagopal, and this evening we're focusing on what's playing out in Karnataka. Because the political drama in the state never really disappoints, does it? At a time when we've all been talking about what's been playing out in the Congress, the BJP is now thrown a spanner in the works. There's endless speculation that the BJP High Command could just get rid of Basavaraj Bommai. After Yexit, will it be Bexit? We're going to be talking about that, but first, big breaking news that's coming in on the story. And the news that's coming in right now, sources telling India Today that Jagdish Shettar, former Karnataka Chief Minister, Lingayat face of the BJP, met with the party high command 20 days back in Delhi. Jagdish Shettar right now, his name is doing the rounds as one of those who perhaps could replace Bommai if Bommai is shown the door. And what we're hearing right now is that he did meet with the BJP high command in the national capital in Delhi about 20 days back. I want to bring in Nagarjun Dwarkanath, who's joining us live from Bengaluru. Nagarjun, good evening. What's the information we have right now about not just Bommai's exit, but also the High Command now looking for, someone to replace Bommai? And they met with Jagdish Shettar, which obviously just adds to the speculation.
Good evening, Akshita. It seems like not all is well in the BJP right now. If you join the dots, it started off with a former MLA, president of Tumkur BJP, saying that he feels that the chief minister will be changed before August 15th or plus or minus 2 days post 15th. But what has happened after that is the Congress has jumped the ship and has said they also have the information, because it seemed like it's deja vu. What happened during Yediyurappa's tenure, that BJP kept denying there was no change of guard. But on the second year of anniversary of Chief Minister Yediyurappa back then, there was change of leadership then. And now it's first year anniversary for Mr. Bommai as Chief Minister. And again, there is the rumors of change of guard. But what I'm picking from our sources is that Shettar did meet High Command. But will this get into any change of leadership? Will this benefit him is highly unlikely. I spoke to a series of leaders in Delhi also and in state. All of them have said that they have not picked any such clues from the High Command or any decision that they are coming to that Bommai has to be replaced. Amit Shah himself came to Bangalore here just on August 4th. What we picking up from that meeting is that he only instructed the party to pull up their socks. The organization should work much harder. Look what has happened in law and order situation. The atmosphere is not conducive for the party. The party has to work twice harder to come back to power. So it's high time they pull their socks up and get their act together, is what the message was. But by the time it reached, Amit Shah went back to Delhi. We saw the local leaders in BJP adding fuel to the fire by saying that they feel there's a change of leadership. But however, in the last 24 hours, we have seen President Katil, Senior Minister Ashok saying that there is no change of leadership, and if at all there is any change, it will be post 2023. Even B S Yediyurappa himself has gone ahead and said the media should put these rumors to rest and there is no change of guard. But we'll wait and watch, because what BJP does is no one's guess game. We never knew that Yediyurappa would be changed. We never knew that Uttarakhand CM would be changed. It's anyone's game, and that's why the rumors are more effective, because BJP is capable of doing it. But will it do it at this point of time in Karnataka? Highly unlikely, because it's very risky for them to do it before 6 months before elections.
The problem is that we can't take any of the statements made by the senior most leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Karnataka at face value, because these were similar comments that they'd made in the run-up to Yexit as well. When Yediyurappa had stepped down as the chief minister, they said there's nothing of the sort happening, etc. And then we saw what played out. Nagarjun, stay on with me. For our viewers, I just want to break down all that's happened so far, about all the rumors that are doing the rounds in the political corridors of Karnataka, about an overhaul in the Karnataka BJP leadership. And all of this has been started off by comments from a former BJP MLA who said that yes, if Bommai is replaced, it's going to happen before August 15th.
The Chief Minister suspense bug has bitten the Karnataka BJP. Amidst endless speculation over the Congress's Chief Minister face comes another political twist that no one saw coming, and it has smacked the BJP right in the face. Basavaraj Bommai reportedly could be shown the door as Karnataka Chief Minister with just 9 months to go for elections in the state. The first hint was dropped by a BJP leader who claimed Bommai could be replaced in a matter of days, possibly even before August the 15th.
ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಅವರು ನೋಡಿ 6 ತಿಂಗಳಿದ್ದಾಗಲೂ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಂಎಲ್ಎ ಚುನಾವಣೆ 6 ತಿಂಗಳಿದ್ದಾಗಲೂ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 8 ತಿಂಗಳಿದ್ದಾಗಲೂ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 10 ತಿಂಗಳಿದ್ದಾಗಲೂ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಕೇಂದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಂತ ವಿಷಯ. ನೀವು ಕೆಲವು ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲ ಕೇಂದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಂತ ವಿಷಯ ಅದು. ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ 15 ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಮಗೆ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ
The Congress has wasted no time in firing one jibe after another at Chief Minister Bommai, calling him Bombay Bommai, which basically means puppet Chief Minister.
I don't know what is going on inside their party. In politics, anything may happen. Politics is an art of possibility. So we don't want to meddle in their politics.
Congress has never said Mr. Bommai is going to be changed. It's the BJP who's telling. It is Mr. Suresh Gowda, the ex-MLA from Tumkur, who claimed that before 15th he will change.
But the BJP now is in damage control mode, putting out this chief ministerial fire before it spreads and reiterating that Basavaraj Bommai isn't going anywhere.
ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿಯವರ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಈ ಅವಧಿ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಆಗುವವರೆಗೆ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿಯವರೇ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು 2023ರ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪರ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿಯವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಎದುರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ.
ತಾಕತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೈತಿಕತೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಬಸವರಾಜ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಯೋಗ್ಯತೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಲಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯೋಗ್ಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರ ನಾಯಕತ್ವ ಅಂತ ಯೋಗ್ಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಭಯ, ನಡುಕ. ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ನಾಯಕತ್ವದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕ ಯಾರು? ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಮಾನ್.
The Congress and BJP are locked now in an intense war of words. But is there any truth to the rumors of Bommai being sacked as Chief Minister soon? With months to go for elections, can the BJP really afford to change the Chief Minister and go back to square one? If the BJP does replace Bommai, who has spent just 1 year as Chief Minister, here are some of the options they are reported to have. To placate Lingayats, the BJP could choose to replace Bommai with former Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar or Hubli MLA Arvind Bellad. If they choose a Vokkaliga leader, then BJP General Secretary C.T. Ravi or Minister Ashwath Narayan could be the top picks. The other contenders could be Union Minister Prahlad Joshi or BJP General Secretary B.L. Santosh, both Brahmin faces from Karnataka, and also Sunil Kumar, an OBC leader. Remember, the names doing the rounds are only a matter of political buzz at this point of time. The real buzz is over the fate of the incumbent Chief Minister.
Congress and BJP has locked intense war of words when it comes to the Chief Minister's change. Congress claims that it is BJP which is serving in the plate in infighting within their party in Chief Minister change. BJP has hit out at Congress stating that first take care of your house much before pelting stones at others. Video journalist Madhu Sagairaj reporting for India Today, Bengaluru.
All right, let's open this up. Mr. Bharat Shetty of the BJP is joining us on this broadcast. Also, Anjali Nimbalkar of the Congress is with us this evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on To The Point. Mr. Bharat Shetty, I'd like to begin with you. There's no smoke without fire, is there? And in this case, who started the fire, sir?
No, this smoke without fire thing, the fire itself is started by Congress. See, we asked Sidramaya is telling, I don't know who has tweeted. When you ask the Congress state president, he doesn't have any clue who has tweeted. I don't know, there's a big confusion there. Maybe it's a distraction technique that Sidramaya and D.K. Shivakumar are not able to see eye to eye. They are not seeing each other face to face also. There's a big problem there. To distract the whole, the people of Karnataka from that issue to a different, non-existent, some conspiracy theory they have. I don't know the source they have. They've just come out with
Mr. Bharat Shetty, I'll answer my own question. The one who started the fire is Suresh Gowda. Are you saying he's a Congress agent?
Exactly.
Suresh Gowda, today Suresh Gowda ji, if he has made a statement, it is his personal statement, it is not from the party side. And
But that's
again,
where it started,
Mr.
sir.
Suresh Gowda has withdrawn his statement today, I think, telling that he has been misunderstood by the media. I don't know about Suresh Gowda. I have not heard him, but I have heard what he has told today. Today he has told that I have been misunderstood, I have been quoted wrongly or something in those lines he has told. And he is not the official spokesperson of the BJP. Or if BJP has not given a statement, there is no such issue at all. I don't know why there is a big, even a debate like this going on a tweet by Congress. Even the Congress are not sure of who has tweeted this. Mr. Siddaramaiah has distanced himself from the tweet. He has clearly told that I don't know, please go and ask the people who had tweeted it. Mr. D.K. Shivakumar also he doesn't have any clue what has happened.
Okay.
So somewhere some wrong thing is going on.
Let's find out from the Congress here. Ms. Nimbalkar, what do you have to say about this? The BJP is saying that all of this is just rumor mongering by the Congress to divert attention from the D.K. Shivakumar versus Siddaramaiah internal battle.
I would like to quote to my BJP friend here that there is smoke and smoke everywhere because of the fire only. It's not only Suresh Gowda who has claimed that there is a change in the bastion, but time being, Mr. Yogeshwar ji has also claimed that the CM is going to change and we have written a letter for the change. Vishwanath ji has also said many times on this. Mr. Yediyurappa himself has quoted that Murugesh Nirani ji will be the next chief minister in coming few months. Renuka Acharya ji has said the same thing. Even C.T. Ravi ji has also claimed. So how many names do I put forth in front of a national media to tell that it is the BJP people who are saying that there is going to be a change in the CM and not from the Congress party? And my dear friend, Mr. Bharat Shetty ji, we have nothing to divert our attention from. In fact, your own government, BJP government, is playing this diversion tactics in many phases, diverting from the real issues, that is unemployment, diverting from the real issues, that is 40% commission scam, diverting from the real issues like the police PSI scam. So it is you people who are diverting the main issues and bringing issues like Ghar Ghar Tiranga and where you'd have no role in the freedom fight also. So the change in the CM thing is starting from your own house. It is not from the Congress party.
Is Ghar Ghar Tiranga an issue? How can you call Ghar Ghar Tiranga as an issue, madam?
Not at all.
How can you say that?
Not
it's a
at
national
all.
thing.
Not at all.
75
not at
years
all.
of independence,
No one is saying that Ghar Ghar
madam.
Tiranga. Whose freedom fight? Whose freedom fight?
You just said
Whose
it.
freedom fight?
You take it
people
back.
are ashamed of holding a national flag on your
What
RSS office. RSS office, why should I take back? You people are ashamed of the national flag, not we. You people are selling flags at 25.
One second, Ms. Nimbalkar, Mr. Bharat Shetty, one second. We're diverting completely.
You are diverting.
We're diverting completely from the issue at hand. Let's focus.
Ghar Ghar Tiranga is an issue.
Sir,
if you are ashamed, don't fly a flag. We will
no, one
fly
second. Mr. Bharat Shetty, let's...
No, if you are
One second, let's stop this debate, please. Let's stop this. One second, Mr. Bharat Shetty, let's not digress here. Let's focus on the issue at hand. Ms. Nimbalkar also hold on. Mr. Bharat Shetty, answer the question here.
Exactly.
That, there are multiple instances of the rumblings within the BJP against Basavaraj Bommai. If we're going to claim that, there is nothing wrong, that's wishful thinking, that's whitewashing. Look at what's happened in Dakshina Kannada itself, sir. The controversy over Praveen Netaru's killing.
What's about the controversy over Netaru's killing?
Because there is a lot of criticism that the Bommai government is facing on that.
See,
we certainly can't claim all is well.
When a Karyakarta is murdered, obviously there will be tension, obviously there is an emotion. In our party, there is an option for the Karyakarta to show his displeasure also, and the party has the power to digest that issue also, and we will handle it.
Displeasure going to the CM.
One second, Mr. Nimbalkar, one second. Let him finish his point. I'll come to you after that.
1 minute. Let me finish.
Finish, Mr. Bharat Shetty.
Let me finish. Mr. Siddaramaiah's tenure, there has been more than 24 Hindu Karyakartas murdered. Mr. Siddaramaiah's tenure. This time we have controlled the whole of the thing. We have not allowed for any riots to take place. And these two murders are the only murders which have taken place in 4 years the tenure of BJP. And we know how to handle it. We don't need to take lesson from Siddaramaiah and his Congress people about law and order. When those 24 murders happened, Mr. Siddaramaiah did not have the courtesy of visiting one house also.
No, let's talk about the present.
He was in Bangalore during
let's
one
talk
murder.
about the present, Mr.
After
Shetty.
the murder,
The
he saw to
BJP
that
is in
the
power.
dead body was
The
kept
BJP is
in
in
the
power.
hospital until he left the airport.
Can you say,
Yes,
sir, that the BJP High Command was happy with how the Bommai government handled what happened in Dakshin Kannada?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll tell you something. See, this is about someone claiming that the CM is going to be changed. Congress is claiming that they have tweeted that. They don't have any business doing that. During their tenure also, 3 CMs have changed before, if they want to talk about CMs being changed. During Bangarappa, Virendra Patil and Veerappa Moily were 3 CMs in one tenure. Let them think about that. We don't have any such problem this time. Bommai ji is doing a good job, and it's an internal thing. I don't know if there is an issue also. What's their source? Let them tell me. Let them tell the source in front of the national media.
Okay, let's.
When they have tweeted, let them stand behind it and tell.
Okay, Ms.
Why
Nimbalkar,
Siddaramaiah ji is running away
let's
from
give an
it.
opportunity to
He
the
is
Congress to
telling, I don't know
respond,
who has
Mr.
tweeted.
Shetty. Let's give an opportunity to the Congress to respond. Yes, Ms. Nimbalkar, go ahead.
Please.
Akshita ji,
Please.
since 1999, there have been 3 Congress governments and 2 full-term governments given by SM Krishna ji and Siddaramaiah ji. In the past 1 tenure of 5 years,
Yeah, I was talking to
this
the one before
BJP
that.
government had Jagdish Shetty ji once, Sadanand Gowda ji and B S Yediyurappa ji. So don't talk about the stability of the government which is given by the Congress party.
No, you started.
You
don't talk
Once
about
again,
it.
Mr. Shetty,
You
Mr.
don't
Shetty,
talk about
same
it.
rule.
You guys have done it
Same
before.
rule. Same
Don't
rule
even
applies.
mention it.
Same rule applies to you, Mr. Shetty. Hold on. Let Ms. Nimbalkar finish your point, and then I'll come to you.
Full term.
Yeah.
Since 1919, SM Krishna ji has come, even Kumar Swami ji also. Now take 2019, why go much behind? 2019 only we have seen 2 CMs in this tenure. 19, 20, 2021. BSY, Yediyurappa ji and Bommai sir.
But then let's also talk, Ms. Nimbalkar.
Telling that who is not given a stable government.
Ms. Nimbalkar, let's
We
also
have
talk
given
about the present
a
then.
full-term
Let's
CM
also talk
whenever
about
we
the present.
That's what.
Let's talk about the present and the future also. Let's talk about the present and the future. DK Shivkumar or Siddaramaiah?
And the past.
Present only, I am telling you, they are fighting in between. I quoted Suresh Gowda saying, Yogeshwar ji saying,
I want to know about the Congress. About the Congress. No, once again, Mr. Shetty, hold on. Let me ask my question, please. Ms. Nimbalkar, about the Congress, DK Shivkumar or Siddaramaiah?
Who is in the government, Akshita? Who is in the government right now, Akshita ji?
No, I'm not
Who is
talking
in the government?
One
So
second.
who is going to say about the CM?
Ms. Nimbalkar, then let me explain my question to you. Let me explain my question to you. One second, please.
Let me complete.
No, you're not understanding my question. Let me ask my question in entirety and then I'll give you a chance. Let me just put my question forth to you. My question is simple. The Congress is facing themselves an internal strife. You're facing a lot of infighting. You've got DK Shivkumar, Siddaramaiah making very public statements saying, choose me to be Chief Minister. So you're clearly dealing with your own crisis at this point for the elections next year, not about who's in government now.
These are all speculations by the BJP and the social media and the media persons like you. There is unity in the Congress party. Now and then, every time DK Shivkumar ji and Siddaramaiah ji have shown this unity, every time attending functions, every time cordially going to each other's houses, having breakfast and dinners and lunch also. So there is no question about 2023. We are all fighting it together, and the decision will be taken once we form the government.
Okay.
After forming the government, the question arises of who will become the CM from Congress party.
Okay, Ms. Nimbalkar, the problem is within the Congress that yes, they're having breakfast, lunch, dinner, they're dining together, hugging it out while Rahul Gandhi is nudging them. But then they make very public statements against each other.
I have given a chance. I have given, you have to give me a chance to complete my
Sure,
sentence. If Bharat Shetty is given the equally opportunity to speak.
Akshita,
We are talking about the present, we are talking about the BJP government where there is a crisis.
no,
Why
they,
are we talking
they have
about
another
future?
problem.
Okay,
Let
okay.
the government
I'm running out of time. So one
And
final question
Congress
to
government-
Mr.
We don't have
Bharat
a
Shetty.
crisis.
One final question to
I'll-
Mr. Bharat
Akshita,
Shetty.
let me.
Whenever the Congress does,
Yeah.
Can you go on record, Mr. Bharat Shetty, to say that before the Karnataka elections, there will be no change in the Chief Minister?
Yes. See, there is not going to be any change in the chief ministership. And there is no, see, the national party's official handle has tweeted such a message. Okay. This is for diversion from their internal bickering or whatever is happening. They have not only, there's a problem between Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar, tall leaders like Khargeji and Parameshwarji, also SC leaders, have been sidelined by Mr. Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar.
Let's not go back to this, please. Let's not go back into this.
To divert.
Let's not go back into this. You've answered my question, Mr. Bharat Shetty. I'd just like to bring in one final answer because I don't have time anymore. I don't have time for this back and forth and this kind of politicking. Just one second. No, he answered my question. He said there will be no change in the Chief Minister. I want to take one second. Ms. Nimbalkar, Mr. Shetty, just hold on. I want to bring in Nagarjun Dwarkanath as well on this. Nagarjun, Bharat Shetty has gone on record to say there will be no change in the Chief Minister in the next few months before the Karnataka elections. Quite simply put, there's a lot of talk, a lot of rumors, but can the BJP actually afford to change the Chief Minister so close to elections?
Well, BJP have limited options at this point of time. Even if they feel that things are not right, I don't think they're in a situation to change the Chief Minister because Karnataka is not Uttarakhand or Uttar Pradesh. Karnataka has its own dynamics and changing the Chief Minister before 6 to 8 months before the elections, it might be detrimental for the party and they themselves know it. So the last thing they might do is some operations within the party where president might be changed or the general secretaries may be changed, but highly unlikely that I feel the government might be untouched. The cabinet again might be done, but change of guard or change of leadership at this point of time, I don't see it, but warning bells are clearly in front of BJP today.
Very, very true. Nagarjun, thank you very much for joining us. I'd like to thank Mr. Bharat Shetty and Ms. Anjali Nimbalkar for joining us here on India Today. It's how I started off the show by saying there's no smoke without fire. We here at India Today had reported on Yexit months before it happened. It was vehemently, outrightly denied. And then we saw what played out in Karnataka. Let's wait and watch to see what happens in the months ahead. But what's very clear is that the Nataka in Karnataka will continue. Thanks very much for tuning in. Good night.